The run for the U.S. men's national team now comes to an end as we welcome in former members of the national team and Jeff Cameron and Brek Shea. Gentlemen, good morning to you. Jeff, we'll start here. What went wrong for the U.S. last night?
Yeah, it was a tough one. Just watching it hurt to watch it. Just because we had the opportunity to really set the tone and to do something special. And you know, I felt like right when we started the match, we didn't have that spark. We didn't have that swag that we had previously in the group stage in the first knockout against Bosnia. But saying that, I'm proud of these boys and what they did. How they united the fans. They got them passionate about the game. It was inspiring. And more importantly, how they inspired the young generation of kids that got to watch these games and look up to them, because that's the next wave. That's the next part of our development here in the U.S. to grow the game and to really take this stage on to the next level.
Yeah, I mean, to pick it off Jeff, like it is cool for the sport, and we're happy for all the kids that saw this and fell in love with the sport, like kind of like we did. But last night they just weren't good enough. We needed our biggest players to step up, and when it mattered most, they didn't. It just looked like the moment was too big for us. Just from the get-go, Belgium was all over us and got that early goal, and that really hurts. But then we get lucky, kind of had a great free kick from Tillman. We get back in the game, and you really felt like they were going to have that energy that they had in the previous games. And to give up a second goal 2 minutes after that just really was a big blow. And it was a frustrating night overall. But like Jeff said, the big picture, soccer in this country is going to grow because of this, because of these players. They're going to become idols for other kids, kind of like me and Jeff were looking at. When I was a kid, Brian McBride was a player I loved watching, and Clint Mathis. These guys inspired me to play the game. So overall, happy with them.
Overall, big picture, this World Cup, 3 wins. They win their group stage in Group D, maybe exceeded expectations for so many. So that being said, how do you grade or assess the U.S.'s performance overall at the World Cup, Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, we beat the teams that we were supposed to. Obviously, the Turkey game threw a little curveball to us because we were able to rest our players, and thinking that when we rest our players, we think have a better performance against Belgium, right? But saying that, I thought we got to show our quality. We got to dictate. We were the ones that were the protagonists. We were the ones that we weren't underdogs, really. And that's the difference. 2014, we were the underdogs. We went to the group of death. We were, we've always, the U.S. has always been that underdog story. And this was the first time where people really said, hey, this team can do something great. And I think that's the thing that it's going to leave that sour taste in your mouth. So now 4 years later, they're waiting for this next opportunity to go back in 4 years. And I think that's the disappointing, like Balogun mentioned, he said, we didn't play our best game.
Before the tournament, round of 16 felt like a success. But after watching this team play, they really had me believing that we could make it to the quarters. So I think that's why it hurts. And obviously, last night, they just weren't good enough.
The U.S. have been eliminated now in 6 of their 7 FIFA World Cup round of 16 appearances. Guys, hang tight. Got the rest of the field to get to. Scooby, what you got?
Jeff and Brek back with us now. And Brek, we'll start with you this time. It's always hard to watch a legend like Ronaldo that emotional after a tough loss. At 41, he knew this was his last chance to win a World Cup because he hasn't done it. So now that it's said and done, what would you say his legacy is with Portugal?
Ronaldo transformed this Portuguese national team. He brought them their first major trophy. He's the all-time leading goal scorer, all-time in appearances, and inspired the next generation of not just Portuguese players, but players around the world. And I remember as a kid mowing lawns just to be able to buy the cleats that he wore. And now I'm sitting here and he's still playing. So what an inspiration for the sport and Portugal, and what a player.
Yeah, his international career, what he's done on and off the field, he was the definition of professionalism. He put the belief, if you put hard work in, if you're disciplined and you're dedicated and you dream big, things can happen. And he was the definition of that. Portugal falling short, this doesn't define his career. His legacy is more than that. What he's done for the Portugal national team, like Brek said, taking it to the next. People, they were always respected, right? But when Ronaldo started playing, they were expected to win. And that was the difference. And they have a talented group. I think they underachieved. I don't think his teammates helped them out as much. But saying that, he inspired millions and millions of people, players all around the world, because the way he approached the game, his attitude, his willingness, he just is a defined winner. And it's sad to see that he went out this way, but what a incredible international career. And he obviously is still playing, but really a true legend of a game.